Hey, Blake. I have seen the little round top renovation. They did a very good job. If you haven't been there, you should go. Where was Pickett's charge? Like that direction over there. Jenny Wade House is in Gettysburg. It's downtown Gettysburg. No, no peaches. We are in the peach orchard, but there are no peaches. Those are the natural sounds. I'm not adding any noise. You're hearing what I'm hearing. Traffic and cars and wind and crickets and birds. I've never found a skeleton. You're not allowed to dig out here, so I don't imagine I'll ever find one. You're not allowed to walk on the battlefield at night. I've never found anything on the battlefield, and I don't believe I know anyone that ever has. So you're not really allowed to relic hunt out here. So I'm sure there's plenty of relics still here, but you're not allowed to look for them. That's cool. They found a musket ball. Well, you've picked a good place to retire. It's very nice here. Where was that? Where was what? I'm in the peach orchard. You want to read the markers? Yeah. Hey, unicorn. I can tell you that when you see these markers and you see RF, sometimes you'll see LF. RF means right flank, LF means left flank. Yes, this is 3rd Michigan. And I do believe you're right about that being Maine. Most of the experiences I've had paranormal were at Sachs Bridge. Hey, thanks for the heart, Sarah. What happened at the bridge? I caught some EVP there. Mostly, like, I would say the most significant thing that I saw that I didn't get to capture on film, but I saw it with my own eyes, was like shadow people peeking out from behind the trees. I've also seen this very similar thing out near the middle school. There's a little section of battlefield, kind of, if you know where I'm talking about, by the football field. There's a little stretch of road and battlefield behind the football field and some grassy area where I've seen some similar things, shadow people kind of running from tree to tree. And I know it wasn't a person because when I saw it, I ran towards it to make sure it wasn't a person, and there was nobody there. Yeah, the monuments out here are pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Is that the Ghostly Images of Gettysburg group? Yeah, they're a good group of people. They have a TikTok. If you haven't followed them, you should follow them because sometimes they do some of their live investigations on TikTok. Ghostly Images of Gettysburg. Best coffee in town. I am a big fan of Waldo's. That's where I typically go. But Gettysburg Chocolate Market also has very good coffee, and Bantam Coffee Roasters also has very good coffee. Those are my three favorite. What's really cool about Waldo's is that they're a nonprofit, so they don't have prices on their coffee. You just pay what you feel is fair. It's by donation, and they've got a great menu. I'm sure you would get arrested if you did dumb stuff on the battlefield, but typically most people are pretty respectful. Every now and again we have some vandalizers that'll spray paint or deface a monument. So trying not to get my shadow in the picture because, nobody wants to look at that. The battlefield is not off limit. You can go pretty much anywhere as long as it's not fenced off. And it's accessible. Like right now, I'm beyond the fence. I'm basically, no, I don't want to walk through, like, those were crops there, I think. I'm not going to walk through that, but you can pretty much walk. It's pretty easy to figure out where you can and can't walk, but really nothing's off limits. Metal detector would be fun out here, but it's illegal, so you can't. I wasn't planning on going over to the Pennsylvania Monument tonight, but it is, it's right there in the distance. That is the largest monument on the battlefield. You can actually walk inside of it and to the top. Well, not to the tippy top, but there's a walking area near the top. Who put up the monuments? I think different people from all the different states that were involved in the war put them up. Yeah, you can just sit on the battlefield. I sit on the battlefield all the time. South Carolina was at Gettysburg. I think not yesterday, whatever live I did before yesterday, I think I was at the South Carolina Monument. I don't really have a favorite spot. My favorite spot is the spot where there's the least amount of people. Hoop skirt? No, I'm just wearing a t-shirt and jeans. But does my shadow look like I'm in a hoop skirt? It also looks like I'm about 20 feet tall. The weather's nice. It's probably like 75, maybe. You would love to come to Gettysburg? Well, you should come to Gettysburg. Why wouldn't you come to Gettysburg? Best time of year to visit kind of depends on what you want to experience. Like if you want to come and experience the reenactments, then you would need to come in July, but it's very, very busy. If you would rather come and have a more quiet, peaceful experience, then I would come probably anywhere from November to March. Yeah, definitely don't come during bike week. Which I believe is like the second weekend in July. May isn't too terribly busy, but tourists do start trickling in April, May. Some of the cannons here are original. You have to look inside the barrel to know if it's original. So this is a New York infantry monument. The battle did take place in summer, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. When were the monuments erected? I think they started putting them up fairly soon after the battle, and then they still put some of them up even today. New monuments can go up at any time. Yeah, there are a ton of monuments here, like over 1,000. It might be over 2,000. It's in the thousands. Sorry, I got bees buzzing around me. No, you have to leave when it gets dark. You're not allowed on the battlefield once it's dark, unfortunately. You used to be able to be out until 10, and then they changed that. Recommendations for a hotel. Depends on where you want to stay. If you want to be like right downtown, then the Gettysburg Hotel is nice. 1863 Inn is like right in the middle of everything. You got the Farnsworth House, which is a bed and breakfast. That's very nice. If you don't mind staying like just outside of town, like, 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes, depending on traffic. The Wyndham Gateway is a really nice hotel. Hotel next to Lee's headquarters. I don't. There used to be a hotel near Lee's headquarters, but they tore it down quite some time ago. I don't know if that's what you're thinking of. Traffic can get bad in the summer. Lee's headquarters was on Chambersburg Road. Like right outside of town. If you're heading towards Chambersburg, it would have been on the right before you hit parts of the battlefield. Like, yeah, over by the seminary, yeah. Just past the seminary would have been on the right, but that's not there anymore, if that's what you're thinking of. I stayed at the Balladary bed and breakfast once. It was awesome. I loved it there. And it's the property is very quiet. And the rooms, at least the room that I was in, didn't even have a TV in it. So it was just very quiet. But it was very nice. How far is Waynesboro from Gettysburg? 30 minutes? Depending on where you're at in Waynesboro, 35. It's not far. I actually go to Waynesboro quite a bit, to Walmart, to do shopping. And they've got some really cool antique stores there too. The Penmar Antique Mall. And then the Market House, right in downtown Waynesboro. The old movie theater is really cool in downtown Waynesboro. I've lived around Gettysburg my entire life. Not necessarily in Gettysburg, but within 15 minutes. Adams County. I've lived in Adams County my entire life. Thank you everybody for the follows and the shares and the likes and the gifts, the comments. Appreciate all of that. The fences aren't original, if that's what you're asking. They replaced those fences. It's a long time, 160 some years, 161. They also replace, there's a deer. They also replace the rock walls that are all over the battlefield. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. I'm glad you're all coming along for my walk. Maybe if you have a little like a little fan, just set the fan in front of you and let the fan blow breeze in your face, because that's kind of what it feels like right now. Oh, there's the deer. He's checking me out. I don't know if you can see him. See her. Right there. There she goes. I have experienced some hauntings out at Sachs Bridge, mostly. So you'll probably think I've never seen a deer before. I don't do the reenactments, no. I wouldn't mind doing one someday. Hi.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
It is. Hey, buddy. I was gonna walk up to the barn here and show everybody the barn with the cannonball hole in it. So that is an actual hole caused by a cannonball from the war. These trees have some fruit on them, unlike the peach orchard. I'm sure you probably could eat the fruit off the trees, but I'm not going to pick it. A lot of buffering. Sorry. It's I'm pretty far out in the middle of nothingness right here, so there's not really any cell towers near me, so I might get a little choppy out here. Hang with me. I do appreciate everyone hanging in there with me, though, and all of the likes and all of the shares and the follows. Those of you who've sent me gifts, that's much appreciated. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoy the walk. This tree, I do believe that a lot of people like this tree. This tree, I do believe that a lot of people like this tree. I don't know if it's famous. Maybe it's famous. We can make it famous. What is the point of this? Like this TikTok? A lot of people seem to enjoy watching me walk around the battlefield. This TikTok? A lot of people seem to enjoy watching me walk around the battlefield because, not everybody lives here. Not everyone gets to experience the battlefield. And so I guess people just like walking along and seeing the monuments and hearing the sounds. So if you're just joining in, this is the barn that has the cannonball hole in it from the war. The hole is still there. It is a beautiful night to be out. It up and see what that's all about. Maybe this will say. Maybe this will say. Maybe a monument for the 150th New York is on Culp's Hill. That could be what that is. I saw like a singular firefly like a couple days ago, but I think for the most part they're probably done for the season. I am not hearing any battle noises. Just bugs and horse poop. We got a great sunset tonight. Yeah, I'm still on the same side that I was before. I'm actually just heading back from where we already walked earlier. As it is starting to get dark. My car was a little ways away, so I wanted to make sure I got back before it got too dark. We still got a little light left though, so I might walk back up to this monument now with the sunset in the background. It would be cool, a cool scenery. Cool scenery. If I can spit it out. This is a great place to practice photography if you've ever considered getting into like landscape type photography. The battlefield is like the perfect place to practice. You've never been to Gettysburg? Well, you should come. You should come here. I think you would enjoy it. You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Also, do I know you that you know my name? I just realized you called me by my name and I didn't think that that was out there. So, do I know you? Thank you for the likes, everybody, and the follows. Well, that's cool you were here last week. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad that you liked it. Hopefully you'll come back. I don't do this every night, no. I'm trying to do it more often, though. Especially since, the nights are getting shorter, not staying light out as long, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to get out the later into the year it gets. So I'm trying to take advantage of it now. So once winter rolls around, late fall into winter, I'll probably only be able to do it on weekends. Just sitting here and enjoying the sunset, that's all. Thank you for the follow, Melinda, and the likes. Hello, Western New York cemeteries. You like a lot of my videos. I appreciate that. That's cool. I'm glad you're in one of my lives. That's cool. Thank you for the gift, the artist spin. I appreciate that. October is a great time to come to Gettysburg. It's not as busy as it is in like July, but October is still pretty busy. Early October is not so bad. It's more late October where it gets a little busier. You know, people are here for Halloween, doing the ghost tours and stuff. So earlier October is not so bad. So it's a good time to come. Thank you for the heart hands. I appreciate all the gifts that everyone has given me tonight. That's awesome. This is like around the peach orchard area. So like way off in the distance there, that's the Pennsylvania Monument right there. And then if you go down that way, you'll hit Devil's Den, Little Round Top. This is the Gettysburg battlefield, and people say it is haunted. Good night, Big Poppy. I still want to know if you know me somehow. Do I know you? You got me curious. Hey, Root Beer Float. Thanks for popping on. I don't give tours. I am not a licensed tour guide. I'm just a dude that likes walking around the battlefield. It is a beautiful evening. It's not quite fall yet. I'm not ready for fall, but it does feel like fall. Thanks for the follow, Joe. Oh, that's cool that you'll be here tomorrow. Enjoy your time here. Been there 3 times. Well, you should be here 4 times. Thank you all for the likes. $11.8 thousand likes on this live. That's pretty cool. That's all thanks to you guys. Montgomery County, PA. Cool. You're staying at the 1863 Inn. That's a good spot because you're like right downtown. You don't have to really, if you want to go anywhere downtown, you don't have to drive, at least. And depending on how much you like to walk, you don't really have to drive if you want to walk on parts of the battlefield. Hello, Ohio. Thanks for joining in. Your son lives in York. Well, yeah, that's right down the road. So where is everybody from? This is like a roll call. We got Ohio, I got some Pennsylvanians. Where are some of you from? Alabama, Wilkes-Barre, Troy, New York, Shippensburg. Shippensburg's not far. Hershey's not far. Indiana, East Tennessee, Wisconsin, Columbus, Ohio, South California. Wow, you're on the other side of the country. Pittsburgh, New Jersey, Buffalo, Grove City, Jersey, Buffalo, Grove City. Sorry, I'm in the middle of the battlefield, and there's really not great reception out here. So from time to time, my live will freeze and pause. So you just got to hang in there and wait for it to come back. It's the challenges of doing live TikToks on the battlefield. Yeah, it's definitely lack of service. So way up there, that's Little Round Top. Newly renovated, remodeled Little Round Top. No, it's probably not on your end. I'm sure it's my fault. Little Round Top was closed last time you were here. Yeah, it was closed for like 2 years. It took them quite a while to get that all fixed up and open, but they did a really good job. So you'll enjoy it when you come back in October. I do walk at Barlow's Knoll. I don't, I did one live there one time. I think it was actually my very first one. It was only like 5 or 10 minutes because I wasn't sure what I was doing yet. But I do plan on going back there for a live because I want to walk through that cemetery that's there. It's a really cool cemetery, and the sunset from there is also really, really cool. So I do plan on going to Barlow's Knoll. I'd also like to do one from Benner Hill. That's a really nice spot. There's not a lot up there to look at, but the view from up there is really great. So I want to do a live from up there. I do live in PA. I live right here in Gettysburg. Oh, that's cool that you did a video. So then you'll definitely have to check out that spot when you come here. You're 55 and still have the Gettysburg Address memorized from high school. That's cool. You should come to Gettysburg and go to the National Cemetery and stand where Lincoln stood, and you should recite it. Let me know when you're coming. We'll do a TikTok live and you can recite the Gettysburg Address. Well, if you're staying at the 1863 Inn, you'll be able to walk to where Lincoln stood within 5 minutes. Depending on what floor you're staying in, you may be able to see the spot from your room. Everything closes pretty early, though. I guess it depends on what you consider early, and depending on what day. I mean, if you're here on a Tuesday, like, nothing opens. Everything's just closed on Tuesdays. There are some places that stay open kind of late, like the Blue and Gray. There's a gyro cart in town that everyone should go eat their gyro. They're incredible, and he's there very late. A lot of the other restaurants do close kind of early. The Dobbin House is good. So if you're going to the Dobbin House, you need to make sure to try the King's onion soup. Pickett's Buffet actually moved. They're now in what's called the Farmhouse Restaurant. It's where Boyd's Bears used to be, and they did a really nice job there. Well, Barbie, you should definitely go to the visitor center and do the museum and the cyclorama. I highly recommend you do that. And then hit the battlefield after you do that. Because the cyclorama gives you a really good picture of like what happened, where it happened, how it happened. And then you step onto the battlefield and you can kind of picture it. And just the cyclorama itself, the painting is incredible. Can I do a visit to the North Carolina Monument on the next live? I can try. I'll try to track down exactly where that's at. Somebody earlier wanted me to go to the South Carolina Monument. Sorry, I'm getting a little blurry here. Yeah, I do plan to do some lives at Little Round Top and Devil's Den. Um, I probably will wait uh, until we're more into the fall, just because it is really, really busy out there right now. Well, all right, everybody. It's almost dark, and you're not supposed to be out here when it's dark, so I'm gonna say good night for now. I appreciate everybody that stuck with me on this walk. Everybody that gave me a like, everybody that followed, everybody that shared, um, everyone that gave gifts. I appreciate it very much. And if you haven't followed me, I hope that you follow me. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm live. If you enjoy walking with me, that way you'll know and you can walk along. So, everybody, have a great evening. Be safe. And I'll see you next time.